What is going on, my beautiful friends? Thank you so much for joining me on another edition of Trail Talks. Today, we are headed to one of my most favoriteest bike parks of all times, one of the best places you could ever ride, Silver Star Bike Park, just outside of Vernon, BC. This is a chapter out of my book, The Best Mountain Bike Trails in Canada, available now on Amazon, your official Canadian guidebook, with all of the best Canadian mountain biking in one place, including all of the best bike parks in the country. Welcome in, my friends. For those of you who have never been to Silver Star, this place is an absolute paradise. They have trails for all skill levels. They even have some very cool XC riding, and they have some of the sickest flow and jump lines you will ever ride. I have some trouble deciding between Whistler and Silver Star, which is my favorite bike park. Whistler does have a much bigger number of trails, a bit more terrain in the way of rock slabs, but I absolutely love Silver Star. Some of my favorite trails in the world exist here, and there is never any lift lines at this place. This place is absolutely epic, with some of the best built DH trails you will ever ride in your life, my friends. Let us get into it. This is my progressional chart right here, where you should start to where you should end off once you become a pro. Now, the one knock against Silver Star is not much in the way of green trails for the beginner rider, but they do have one very fun green trail called Challenger. That is 5.8 kilometers of green flow, and the cool thing about this trail is it has blue options with some features coming off them. So if you're getting bored of the greens and want a little more of a challenge, and you just want to start getting used to some blue lines, this one has blue optional lines coming off the greens with a little bit of tabletops, a little bit of woodwork, and a little bit of fun. So Challenger, the perfect green rated trail for you to get into to start your day, or just a great place for beginners to gauge the mountain. After that, you have what I would call an easier blue. So once you've graduated from Challenger, you'll be ready for Superstar. This is a sick berm and tabletop filled trail. This one's got small jumps, so nothing too intimidating on it. I would call this, close to a green blue, a very light blue, but a very fun trail nonetheless. 5 kilometers of flow, berms, smaller tables, easy blue. So that's Superstar. The next level after that, once you graduate from Superstar, you're going to want to ride the Blue Flow Trail Shazam. This one is your medium blue flow trail at the park. Slightly bigger berms and jumps than Superstar, but man, all these trails are 5-star epic flow trails. I love them all. So you start with Superstar, smallest berms and tables, then on to Shazam, medium-sized berms and tables, and then once you graduate from those two, you'll be ready for the sickest blue-rated jump line on the mountain, and that is Jedi Mind Tricks. I believe this trail has 3 parts. This one has some epic jumps, and this one's got some sizable jumps considering it is a blue. So Jedi Mind Tricks is what I might call a dark blue. So this one's got the biggest jumps and berms for a blue trail in the park. So if you're a blue rider, follow the progression. Superstar, Shazam, Jedi Mind Tricks, where the berms consistently get bigger and the jumps consistently get bigger. For those of you blue-rated riders who want to ride the sickest blue-rated tech trail of all time, probably one of my favorite trails in the province. I freaking love this trail. We are looking at LTG, one of the sickest tech trails in all of the world. LTG. So that stands for low to the ground. They have all sorts of woodwork that is low to the ground. So if you do fall off of it, the consequences are not that high. Some of it can get a little higher, so bring your skills. But the great part about all this woodwork is it does have ride-arounds, because many of this woodwork on LTG, I would rate black, probably not double black, but they got like teeter-totters and wall rides and all sorts of sick features that actually you need some skill to clean these features, especially some of those long skinny lines with teeter-totters. They can get quite intimidating. So I would not call those blue features, but not to worry, because they have ride-arounds on all of the harder stuff, and this trail is sick. One of the best wall rides you will ever ride. Some nice light tech, nothing crazy in the way of tech, but this one is all about the crazy woodwork, and let me tell you, it's got some of the craziest woodwork you will see on any blue trail ever. So LTG, low to the ground, craziest woodwork tech trail you will ever ride. One of my favorite blue tech trails of all time. And now, for those of you who like that, there is another blue rated kind of hand built mix of flow and tech trail. I believe this one's called Chian Chad. Forgive me if I am pronouncing that wrong. This one is kind of newer within the last 3 to 4 years. Chian Chad, hand built tech flow trail, and they call that the puppy of Double Dog. So this one has a lot of woodwork. If you call it the puppy of Double Dog, because Double Dog is a black rated trail we'll get into in a minute, known for its kind of insane woodwork. So before you do go ride Double Dog, make sure you graduate from Chian Chad, which is a hand-built tech and flow, very fun kind of masterpiece trail. Anything Silver Star builds is just going to be very fun. On to the black trails now, my friends, and boy, do they have a lot of good ones. The first one you're going to want to ride if you are looking for the berms and the tables is Rockstar. Sick berms and tables. So now, this is the natural progression after Jedi Mind Tricks. Once you graduate from the berms and tables on Jedi Mind Tricks, you will be ready for Rockstar. And then the next level up from Rockstar is another epic single black jump line. And this one is one of the best in the park. One of the best jump lines in all of BC. This one has some bigger jumps for a single black, so it is a bit of a step up from Rockstar, and that is Pipe Dreams. Sick berms and jumps, and it's even got some bigger drops up top. So Rockstar, and then you'll be ready for Pipe Dream. Both of those trails have sick berms and jumps. You just cannot go wrong with a Silver Star flow trail. They are all amazing. They are all 5-star epics. For those of you looking to mix it up a bit more, this Trail World Cup, it's still got lots of jumps and berms on it, but man, this one is known for having some of the most epic wall rides in all of Canada. That is World Cup. What an amazing single black trail this is. And let me tell you, the first wall ride when you get on that, it actually gets quite steep. I had a nasty crash on that wall ride because my tires were all muddy. Maybe I didn't have enough speed. So, make sure to scope out these wall rides first because they can get a bit gnarly, especially the first one. But these are some of the best wall rides in all of Canada. This is what World Cup is known for, having some of the most epic wall rides in all of Canada. And it also has a massive bridge on it. One of the bigger bridges around. You can just buck down. It's a good old steep bridge. So this one has some really cool trail features. It's got your jumps, it's got your berms, but World Cup ultimately known for its epic wall rides, one of the best single blacks you will ever ride in your life. And after that, if you're looking for another very cool single black trail, you are looking at Double Dog. This one is a mix of tech and flow, known for a sick woodwork. This one will have like multiple levels of wooden drops with gaps on them. So definitely some spicy double black features on it, but the spicier features do have ride-arounds on them. But Double Dog is what I might consider kind of a darker black, and it definitely has some techie, gnarly moments, but this one is known for its sickening woodwork. It's got it all. Sick woodwork, teeter-totters, wall rides, drops. Double Dog, instant classic. Every trail I've mentioned so far, I would consider a 5-star classic, and that's not going to change either with the double blacks. My friends, if you are looking for some sweet double blacks to catch some airtime, Silver Star has got you covered. You can start with Tidal Line, big berms, shark fin style jumps, and the cool thing about this trail was designed by Brett Reeder and crew. So Brett Reeder he is a Canadian mountain biking legend. If you don't know, he had a great hand in this trail, and it's got very cool shark fin kind of jumps on it. Got a massive drop on it, so very cool. Kind of get your pro line feel over there. And if you like Tidal Line, you will also like Walk the Line, which is another sick jump trail, another sick double black jump trail with some absolutely massive jumps. So if you like Tidal Line, you will also love Walk the Line. Both Tidal Line and Walk the Line are the park's signature double black big jump trails with, gaps, drops, and all that good fun. So both of these, absolutely make sure you're able to clean Pipe Dream very well before you get onto Title Line and Walk the Line, because there is some sizable, big, bad boy jumps on there. 2 sick double black jump lines right there for you. Those of you looking for a bit of that double black tech, yes, they got lots of it. The first one I could suggest to you is Dag's Downhill Steep Techie Gnar. You know, your classic downhill, old school, steep, techie Gnar, let's go banging down the mountain. Absolutely sick trail. And if you like that, you will love downtown. This one starts with some kind of steep, slabby terrain. It's got some chutes. It's another sick Gnar trail. And there's more Gnar trails too. If you want more techie Gnar, you are looking at Chainsaw Mullet. And there's also a trail called Gnar. So you know what? Silver Star, what a great rounded place. Not much in the way of beginner trails, but if you are an intermediate and beyond, you have so much to ride here. This place is so sick. And as I said, no lift lines, and just when Silver Star builds a trail, these trails are perfect. Every trail I've mentioned here is pretty much a 5-star must-ride epic. I've never ridden a trail at Silver Star that I didn't like. So my friends, you must get out here. One of the best places ever. When you are down in the Vernon area, make sure to check out Silver Star Bike Park, one of the best bike parks on the planet, and certainly in Canada's top 3 bike parks for whoever books you are, because this place is just the best. I cannot wait to get out to Silver Star, and this place is just perfect, my friends. So I'm hoping you can get out there, and when you're going around the Okanagan, make sure you put Silver Star in the forefront of your mountain biking dreams. Yes, my friends. Alrighty then, we will talk to you soon on another video. Peace and lots of love. I am out today.